This is reserve problem 8.5. We have cost information from a paper manufacturing company, and we must create a histogram and interpret the results. So the first thing that we must do is sort the data in descending order from largest to smallest. So if I sort the data based on cost from largest to smallest, this is what I get. Then I'm going to need the summation, and then I will compute the percentages of each cost as a percentage of the overall cost. So I'll select the first cost and divide it by the overall cost, but I need to fix the cell reference, and I can express this as a percentage and maybe increase the number of digits. So with this I can copy that down, and now I'm ready to compute my cumulative percents. So the first one is going to be itself, and then the next one is going to be the previous percentage, which is this one, plus the current. And I can copy that down, and it adds up to 100. So now I'm ready to create my Pareto chart. I will select my cost data, my labels for each problem, issue type, and the cumulative percents. With that, I can have this bar chart that gets, or histogram that, actually it's a bar chart that gets created for me. But I know that there are two data series in here, because I have the cost, and down here in the bottom I have the cumulative percents too, but it's not seen here because the scale for it is so small. So I'm going to right click on any of these and say change series type, and now at the bottom you can see that percent of cumulative percentage can be shown as a line, and now you can see the red line appearing, and then I can put a secondary axis to it, and I can say OK, and now you can see that we have this Pareto chart. Now I can right click on any of these points and say add data value, and you can see that for this point right here, or for rejected paper plus the customer complaints combined, we have about 73% of all the issues. So those two are critical for us to look at. Perhaps rejected paper and customer complaints are related to each other. We don't know. Rejected paper could be as a result of something technical issue, like the amount of chemicals used, or the weight of the paper, or something in the paper doesn't coincide or interface with the machine that we're using. So it could be a number of things. And then customer complaints, the same thing. I mean, it could be that the reason why the customers are complaining is because it's bad paper. But regardless, we could probably form two different teams to address these issues, and maybe work together and come up with different scenarios and solutions, and interact with each other to solve. Once these two problems are solved, because they represent the majority of the problems for us, then we can go to the other two or three types of problems and handle them.